What's up, everybody? I'm Brian from Iowa and Tesla, and we're heading back home finally. I didn't really tell everyone, but I went up to Ohio for my in-laws. I was helping them move, Karen's parents. I'm heading back. It's Sunday, about 9:30. I left about a half hour ago. As you can see, it's gray. This is typical Ohio weather. Yesterday was the only great day here. It was nice and sunny, but like 45 degrees. Not too bad for Ohio. I'm so glad I left and moved to North Carolina, where it's warmer more often. The sun's out a lot more. It just changes your mood a little bit. So I'm happy to get home. I'm happy to see Karen and the kids. I'm happy to get back into my bed. Thank you, Christian, for letting me sleep in your bed. A little small, but thank you anyway. So far, the trip up here, it's about 500 miles away or so, and plus driving around town. This is my trip so far, 700 miles. Got another 500 to go to get home or so, and stopping to charge twice. Charging the car fully before I left, it actually told me I could make it in one stop. From Charlotte, I charged it to 321 miles on a full charge. It said to stop at Charleston, West Virginia, charge for an hour and 20 minutes, which is kind of dumb. You're better off charging in different spots or two different places instead of waiting in one. But as I started to go, it kept saying I was going to end up with 5%, then 4%, then 3%. So I ended up stopping a little sooner, which was actually better to, like I said, you're better off charging when the battery's really low, but also only charging to really get to the next supercharger, because you're only waiting 20 to 30 minutes instead of waiting an hour and a half. I didn't charge fully at my brother's house, enough to get to the next supercharger, because there's one in town, which is really nice now. It's a new one. I'm going to go to Cambridge, Ohio, charge enough there. There's 5 along the way, so we'll figure it out. The car will figure it out. I won't figure it out. This will do everything for me. And with autopilot, it's really nice. I mean, I drove about 5% of the time coming up here, so really relaxing. Not a stressful trip at all. It's nice just kind of just sitting back, paying attention, watching the car, hand on the wheel, and just relaxing and resting and listening to music and whatever else you're not supposed to do. But yeah, I'm gonna have a 9-hour drive, well, 8.5 still, and until we get home, see the family. I can't wait. So we just stopped at Cambridge, Ohio to supercharge. It is pretty cold outside, so it says an hour to charge, and then I can charge at the Mountain Hope in West Virginia, and then I make it home from there. And while we're waiting here, I'm gonna answer all those questions I asked for in the video on Friday, I think, or Thursday, Wednesday, one of those days. I don't know. They're all bleeding together here. I don't know. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah, today's Sunday. I got all the questions on my phone, and we're going to answer a few of them. Not all of them, because there was 139 comments. I know some of you guys answered some of them for some people, but I'm going to go through some of them and answer some questions. How to improve ride quality in the Model 3 if the air suspension comfortable? This is a long question. Will the Model Y support a tow hitch to carry bicycles? Yes. Actually, I'm going to do screenshots of these so I know which ones they are. It will support a bicycle hitch thing. They are going to have the Model Y is going to have a trailer hitch on the back. It's going to be available. I don't know if it's going to be standard, but the Model 3 will also have that as well from factory. Someone asked Franz at the event, and that just came out. Is the middle seat in the Model Y second row removable? I don't think so. It's a bench seat, much like the 7-seater in the Model X. Actually, no, it's individual seats. It probably can be removable. It probably is removable. I'll have to take a look at the way it folds down and see. I think a bird just hit my car and I'm parked. That's weird. Were the seat headrests adjustable? No, they are not adjustable. These are not adjustable here. They don't move up and down. They don't do anything. They are only adjustable in the X and the S. Any window enhancements such as heated wiper blades, heated steering wheel. No, it's going to be just like the Model 3. So that no heated steering wheel, no heated wipers. There is heat directed towards the where the wiper blades are. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Wow, Charlotte to Cleveland in just 2 supercharging stops. Yes, I don't think my bladder can make it there in 1 stop. So I stopped twice. And I'm stopping twice on the way home now. Will they offer 18, 19, and 20 options, you think? Yes, they are gonna, like this, the standard one is gonna be 18-inch wheels. Then you can upgrade to the 19s. And then the performance is going to have 20s. They didn't step that up one because it's basically just a bigger Model 3, so it's going to be the same-ish. Will they implement a ribbon-style wiring harness? No, that is something Elon wanted to go crazy with the Y again, like he did with the Model X, and he wanted it to have like more fiber optic wires in there and really streamline the wiring. That's going to be later on in the future. I think he's going to do that stuff in the truck or the pickup truck or the updated Model 3 when they do not just the interior, but when they redo the whole Model S and the whole Model X. I think those are going to be, that's when you're going to see the complete redo of the wiring. There's going to be a lot less wires. Also, do you expect Tesla to modify the Model Y based on what you test drove? Yes, I do. I think they're going to change the seats a little bit. I think they're going to make them a little bit bigger. They're going to change the width. They're going to change the height. They're going to change the base. Try to make them lighter, I think, because in the one we got to ride in, it was these seats just on risers, and I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to try to make the seats lighter. The less weight you have, the better range you have. Do you think Tesla will add some sort of heating element to reduce the door handles from freezing? It's not a bad idea to have some type of cold weather package that you can order, because I don't need that, but I know a lot of people do. I wouldn't want it down by me. But good question. What is the ground clearance between the 3 and the Y? I read somewhere 3 inches to 5.5 inches of ground clearance. Oh, you read more. I think you mentioned that the air suspension, another video, the YouTuber, blah, 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 blah. I don't know the ground clearance of the Model 3. It's not super high, but it's going to be a little bit higher in the Y. And then with the air ride suspension, you're going to be able to lift that even higher if need be. Same thing with the 3. When the 3 gets the air suspension, you're going to be able to lift that up. Now, I don't think anybody knows yet. We weren't allowed to take a tape measure out and measure. A lot of car manufacturers are starting to put cameras on their cars to detect a driver as paying attention on the road. Do you think the Model Y will have a similar system, or Tesla going to stick with the light force? I don't think Tesla's going to do the camera thing to see if you're paying attention. That's something that other manufacturers are going to try, like Cadillac is trying to do. There is a camera right up here. The interior, I don't think they can use that to see if you're paying attention because that's too far over. I don't want them to do that. I think they're going to stick with the light force on the wheel for now, and then with full self-driving comes out with navigate on autopilot, you won't need it. So that's coming soon. They're working on that instead of working on putting cameras in the car. The cameras in the car, I think, are a dumb idea. Alright, so I'm done charging. I've got plenty of juice to make it to the next supercharger and then make it home. Was $4. It used to be $2 just the end of last year. $4. That's actually, that is literally highway robbery. There's 2 more toll booths that are both $4 each. So I made it to the next supercharger. Last supercharger only cost $9.36. We charged about 280 miles. As you see, there's 2 icing this supercharger station, although there's no other cars here. It does say 10-minute general parking there, so you can't blame them unless they stay there. It'd be pretty interesting to see if they're still there while I'm charging. And it's a bad location for parking. They should have moved this off the path a little bit, because there's the Sheetz gas station, or the gas station's on the other side, but there's a bunch of parking right up front here, and then there's parking along here where all the superchargers are. So it is okay for people to park here and go inside for 10 minutes, but I came out here and 2 people just left, but there was 4 people sitting here. This gray car's been there for more than 10 minutes because I went inside for a little while. There's people blocking. This is going to be iced all the time. You know, people don't really care that this is where we charge our cars. We don't park in your gas stations across over there. If there's open spots over there, park over there. I'm talking to you guys, but you guys are all electric people, so. I had a nice group of people that stopped in at Sheetz here, and they came right over to see the car. They were excited to see it. I let them sit in it. We talked for probably about 5 minutes or so. Those people live here, and they're here at the Sheetz gas station. They've only seen like 5 Teslas here. This isn't a heavily trafficked area, but this is also a brand new supercharger. I think it opened up in December, so not too many people probably have come here at all. But it's always fun talking to people. There's another one. Look at that. Another person pulling into a supercharger spot where there's 1, 2, 3 spots available. These people suck. The moral of the story is, don't be an icehole. Be nice. We don't park in your gas pumps, because those things are filthy. These are a lot cleaner. I guess I don't blame you for wanting to park over here. Look at that dummy. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the drive, laugh at this D's hole, and I'll catch you on the next one. But stay awesome, don't be like him, stay positive. Ending my trip, almost 1,200 miles, with 20 miles to spare. I would have had more, but I was kind of going a little fast, and I wanted to get home, so now I am. I made really good time. For an EV, we made really good time.